So first and foremost, our project is based on the problem which arise by the occurrence of flash flood. Flash flood is no longer a rare catastrophe in Malaysia, and it has become a common issue. Due to this, it has caused a great loss in terms of economics, even up to billions of Malaysian ringgit. And even in 2021, 6.1 billions loss was incurred, including the public asset and also the vehicles and the living quarters. And it also impacting the urban area due to the rapid population and urbanization. Due to this, it will also affecting 2.5 million people who are currently living in the urban areas in terms of social and also economical. These are the objectives that we are going to focus on. The first one is to provide a solution to overcome flash flood, and next we are going to come up with an affordable product for the public to use, mainly to encounter the occurrence of flash flood. And next we are going to have a new system in facing the occurrence of flash flood. After that, we are going to focus on two main sustainable development goals. The first one is we are going to look forward on SDG 11, namely sustainable cities and communities, which we are targeting to build a resilient and safe human settlements, as well as balancing the sustainability in terms of social, economic, and also environmental. Next, we are going to focus on SDG 13, which is climate action, and this including to take a further step to encounter the effect of climate change, mainly on the flood-related issue. Finally, these are our target community and location. The first one is urban areas, which are very susceptible towards flash flood issue. And next, we are going to focus on the flood-prone areas as well. Thank you.
I am Anas and I would like to present about our proposed solution. So today, as we all know, currently Malaysians are not common by using the flood barrier at the door of their house. Commonly used now are things such as sandbags, which are put not in front of the door. Some of them put in front of the door, but mostly put it in the road before the water can come into the house. So the mechanism of sandbag is actually not as efficient as the flood barrier that we want to propose, and actually this current solution is available in the outside, such as America and a few other countries. However, we need to understand the basic mechanism of this flood barrier, which is the first thing is it is direct block the water from entering the house through the door. So if we can prevent the water from entering the house at the first phase, we can prevent losing such a lot of everything, our laptops, our cabinets. We can prevent all of that, while we can secure them and put them into a higher place. And our modification for this available product is we want to make it smart, which is we would like to attach water level sensor, which will detect the water level of that current situation. And if the sensor detect that the water level is rising, therefore there will be a motor which will automate the deployment of the barrier. Therefore, the owner of the house doesn't need to be panicked to manually deploy the flood barrier. Instead, with the sensor and the motor attached with the flood barrier, they can it can be automated, and they do not need to worry about the flood about the barrier being need to be deployed manually. Therefore, with this proposed solution, it is very efficient, because the main objective is we want to prevent the water from entering the house. And secondly, the modification is not such at a high cost. It is still affordable, and it can bring a lot better and more efficient way of using that flood barrier. So I think that is the basic idea of our proposed solution. Thank you.
Alright, okay, I'm Darwish. I will further explain about the expected outcomes from our project idea, which is the water barrier. I will first explain about the sustainability perspective on our flood barrier, and then I will go to the probable issues. So, about the sustainability, there are two conceptual criteria that were chosen to evaluate the sustainability, which are fairness and general agreement. We go to the first one, which is fairness. Uh, Fairness is equality, which means that our proposed barrier should be available to every single member in society. Since the barrier is demountable and inflatable, and it comes with various size and operating mechanism, so we believe that it is so practical and can be extended to the whole society. Okay, the second one is the general agreement. Flood prevention program and management should get the support of all the stakeholders who are involved in and affected by the flood. The general agreement ought to be based on a solution that is just and equitable to all of the parties involved. Good consensus or the good general agreement has the potential to stifle the strategic planning. And then we go to the last point, which is I will explain about the probable issues. Probable issues. The overall cost of our proposed water barrier is not cheap. It's, it's not that cheap, and we will have the financial impact. The estimated cost of the water barrier is around 3,500 to 4,000, and this cost is not included the installation cost. And then because of that, the residents from low income households will have difficulty paying for it. Will have difficulty paying for it. Therefore, this is the most likely going to be one of the most significant problems for us in the process of plan to install the barrier every house in the community. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Lukman. I'll be talking on the challenges and issues part. So let's go to the public interest. As my friend has been presenting just now, this product is a very easy to use product, and then it is very useful for common power shortage location. As we know that the flood itself is very relatable for these issues, so that when the when an power disruption happen, in case that the residential area is been having blackout, so it will be served as a backup power source for the house itself. And of course, by having this efficient product, it will be marketed at a reasonable price. And then it goes to the societal impact. The main purpose of this product is being giving early awareness to the user. So by having the sensors, it will be detecting the water level, and if it reaching at the dangerous water level, it will be alarm will be ringing, and the user will know that he is not in a safe situation anymore. And after that, this product is not taking much spaces, as the turbine in the sewer will be placed underground. Next, go to the environmental effect. The This eco-friendly product is being very useful, since that the function of the sensor, door dam, and the water sewer are considered not polluting the environment. The only concern is that the hydroelectric generation by the turbine is safe, but until now it is being cannot be proven that the generation itself been emitting gas emission. And finally, for the health and safety issues part, as a designer, we are concerning at this aspect the most, so that we are been designing an additional features so that the user can install it, especially when there are children or kids who often play around the door itself. So I can conclude that this product is harmless to the earth and not contributing any aspect to the climate change. Thank you.
So today I will explain about financial issues, sustainability, and conclusion. So for financial issues, it requires post-flood maintenance. If a mud flood occurred and result in blocked drain that connect to the sewer and the underground turbine, it is possible that the turbine, mini turbine used to generate power in flood event will be damaged. The turbine require post-flood maintenance and to remain operational and to reduce breakdown. However, it low cost. It has been discovered that compaction steel barrier has a low overall cost. It's simple to prefabricate, doesn't require an excessive variety of bracket, and is relatively lightweight in comparison to barrier made of steel. This allows for the creation of barrier at minimal cost and within reasonable parameters. And it ready to use and install in matter of minutes, during which it positions the barrier in front of the entranceway, and it drastically minimize the danger that lead to the loss of human life and residential property, since it includes sensors that can be used for a variety of purposes. For sustainability, compaction seal barrier doesn't require major structural component can be that and can be considered more adaptable, less committed, and more long-term and permanent solution that alter the soil and local drainage, potentially leading to water problems for others. So for conclusion, we have proposed a temporary detachable flood protection structure that set the barrier in front of the doorway, and to increase temporary barrier to manage flood water during heavy rain, and to maximize the use of hydropower generator as a backup plan during flood occurrence by constructing a mini turbine in the sewer underground. Uh, Flood forecasting and warning are essential for effective flood damage mitigation. Thus, the sensor and alarm are installed to detect the rise of water outside the residence. The structure consists of pneumatic pump action seat that inflate the tube around the perimeter of the barrier to completely enclose the space and render it watertight. The idea provides a technically feasible, economically viable, and environmentally acceptable flood barrier system as a solution to flash flood events. And it is important to remember that flood barriers are never completely secure and may create a false sense of security. The concept of residual risk, which include the possibility of breakdown or overtopping failure, should therefore be considered. That's all for me. Thank you.